Hey guys, me Danny, and today I'm going to be doing a Last of Us Part 2 review for you guys. Yay! Welcome back to the review. I haven't done a review for a while now, but I was like, let me just do this game because I did play it. So this is the Last of Us Part 2. So before I even spoil anything, please do not watch this if you haven't seen the first or second one because it may confuse you. So I'm doing a spoiler for you guys, but if you have watched this, continue with the video. I am very excited to be reviewing this game and playing this game. I will be reviewing of what I think it was nice, what the bad things are, what they could have changed, and I'm also going to explain to you about the whole story about it. And I have a lot of details, so this is a long video, so grab your popcorn, grab whatever you want, and enjoy it. So, this is Last of Us Part 2, so I'll show you guys what I'm doing, because this is my review. So I'm just copying it, I'm just looking for my computer. This came out on 9 June of 2020, and I got the Standard Edition. Explain why I got the Standard Edition one was because the special edition, I'm sorry, was because when I went to get it, it was not there. So this is the only option, and it was only £54. If I got the other one, it would be like 64. It would be like so expensive. So I got this one. I know people said to me, "Oh, why did you pre-order it?" I was going to pre-order it, but I was like, let me just get it on the day. And yeah, I think next time I should pre-order stuff, so it's much easier for me, you know. So yeah, I played it on a Sunday because I couldn't play it on a day because it had to download so many things, and trust me, it took me like so many hours to download this. But I got it, and now I'm going to begin the video. So, in the beginning, we see Joel explain to Tommy about the fireflies and explains to her about what happened. So this basically was when they, if you remember the last scene from the first one, he explains to Ellie that she said that, oh, is it all true? Like, oh, did you? And he said yes, but he lied to her. So this is when they came back into the town, and now he was telling him about how the fireflies, about the cure was fake, and how he lied to her, of course. And he's like, does she know that she lied to you? And he's like, we don't know, but of course we all know that she knows that he lied to her. So it was kind of obvious, darling. So yeah, we just see them, and then after that they go to the town, and Tommy asks if it was worth it. Now I don't think I remember that bit. After that we go to Joel and Ellie. So Joel goes to Ellie and tells her about how he wants to give her a gift, and she gives it to him, and she's like, oh, I have to go because I have to work. And she said, no, don't worry, we can go. So he explains the cover song to her, and I think it's called I Lost on Me. I do not remember, but I think that's what it's called. And after that, we go back in time, and there's a few weeks, so it comes into a flashback. And I think it is, I don't remember. But I remember when they go to flashback, and then Ellie wakes up because she's from her bed, and I think she's like 18 or 19 by that time. So then we see her, and Jesse's like, oh, come wake up because you have to go to like do your stuff. So after that, she goes with Jesse, and they talk about what happening. So oh, we have to do a assignment to kill the clickers because Joel and Tommy went out to investigate something. So and then they explain about Ellie kiss with Dina, and he was like, oh, sorry about that. He's like, it's fine, it's okay, don't worry, I'm just messing with you. So you can see that Jesse is kind of a nicer character, and you get to know him more better. So basically, it does tell you that he's the ex-girlfriend of Dina, but now they broke up. So now, now he's single. So then we go to Snowball Fight with Dina and Ellie. So in this game, when I was playing the game, I was really finding it funny because we were playing Snowball Fight with the children. It was so funny. So then we got to see Dina. And then they asked Dina about the makeup scene. And then she said, I'm sorry, but that's just fine. Because I think Dina was drunk on that time. But we will explain that more later about the makeup scene. Anyways, they are going to an adventure, Dina and Ellie. So Jessie tells them that to go there to get kickers and don't come back anything and stuff like that. I'm looking at my dog, so I'm just saying that she's going to bark again. After that, we see them go track down Eugene. And Eugene is one of the fireflies when we get to know them. So they find some cookers in the supermarket. So they go find some cookers, and they go to the supermarket called Snowy. And they go track down his house, and they find out that he used to live there. And that I think he died, because we don't know much about Eugene. Because we all know that he's from a firefly. And then after that, they go explore. And then they find out there is like a weed... they find some little jiggy thing. And Dina explained about how Tommy and Eugene's been into troubles and stuff like that, and then he was a firefly. And then you see there's a film full of weed. So they go on, they talk to each other, and then they talk about the kiss and makeup scene. And then this is where you see where they have this makeup scene, and they talk about the kids, like how would you rate it? And she's like, oh, I don't know, this awkward question, like So then doing you see they make out and stuff like that. And after that we then see we go and see Eugene. Well, not Eugene yet, actually I'm going a bit more later. So, but I'll say it. Eugene then butts, so they have a make-out scene, whatever, and then Eugene butts in and tells them that, oh, they have to go find Joel, because they went different ways, so they're waiting for them, so it's like explaining to them, you know what, we have to go now. So after that, we get to know these two characters called Abby and Owen. So we see a lot of gang people, and not gang people, but they're like a group of people in a house, and Owen says to Abby, oh, let me show you something really quiet, and she said, okay. So she shows him, and in this we know that she's I think she got hyperphobia, meaning she got fear of heights. So you can see that she's scared of heights. So in this we're playing Abby, and we don't know who they are right now. We're like who she is, and then he tells her that she wants to find someone called him, and we'll know more later. But we're like, what's going on? After that, guys, we then go on about to Abby. So we're going curious. So she's very curious on what it is. So she goes after it because Owen told her to not go. She went. And then we find out that she goes through these clickers and she wants to find Joe and Tommy. So in this, she finds Joe and Tommy. And then after that, when she goes find Joe and Tommy, he explains about the house that and they have. And then he told them, oh, we can help you. She says, sure. And then she tells them he's Joe and Abby. And then after that, we going to the house. And that's when we find about Abby and the people. So they were all asking them, like, why are you here? And they're like, and Tommy's like, oh, we're from a town. So we're like visiting class. And then my name's Tommy and this is my brother. And he said, Joel. Literally, it was just so silent. It looks just like a horror film. And literally by then, she was like, I think she said, I know who you are, or yes. And then, anyways, you find out she killed his foot. Literally, I was in panic, girl. I was like, what is going on? I was having so many emotions. I was like, what's going on? What is going on with Joel? Please do not let him die. He's my favourite character. And then after that, and she beat up Joel from Abby. So Abby's beaten up because she's really, like, angry at him. I would have to say I am very upset about it because this is basically, guys, just watch out. Joe dies. And I'm very, like, emotional just talking about it because he's one of my favourite characters. So go on to part 2. Abby then kills him, beating him up, and the gang are questioning him, saying to him and putting him down. And she tells him, like, and then you can see, like, oh, can you guess who I am? And she said, guess. And she's like, okay. And then he's like, oh, just see your speech already. Like, I don't care. So then she's like, oh, tourniquet his leg. So you tourniquet it. And she literally just, like, hit it with a golf ball. And I'm like, oh, my God, what is going on? I was getting so many emotions. And after that, we see Ellie coming in, crying, begging to let him go. And she hits him with a golf bat, leaving her afraid and shocked. Literally, she is seeing her own family, basically family, dead right in her face. Imagine seeing someone you dead like that. Just no. So after that, we then find out that Owen was saying to them that to let her go, to not kill her. And there are people trying to, like, oh, let's kill her. So no. He was worried, in it. And then after that, he told Abby to stop. And she said, oh, but this is what I want. I want to do it. So she kills him. And then we see them knocking out Ellie. And then it goes black. So then we see Dina saying, oh, what happened? And then Jessie comes in and they see her there. Because Jessie was like, oh, let's go be in 2 different parts. So they find out Ellie was there. After that, we go on to the funeral. So it doesn't show a funeral, but it does show a flashback of Ellie when she was a bit younger. And then Tommy knocking the door, and then he tells her about how she hasn't ate nothing. She needs to eat something, and she's fine. And they explain about Tommy, about Joel, and then Tommy was doing some, I don't know what deal, but he was saying, oh, let's go find Abby and and then she's like, oh, let's go. And he's like, no, I'll have to talk to you first and let you know. But of course, guys, we all know what's gonna happen. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, Ellie's gonna go, but of course Ellie didn't go. So yeah, we're gonna know more later. After that, then we just see her with the not funeral, with the gravestone of Joe Miller, and I was like, oh my God. And then she goes to Dina to go to the house to see the belongings of Joel. And then when you go inside, when you're playing a game, you get the smell of the coat, and then the gun. And I'm just like, oh, that's so sad. And after that, Dina calls her in and tells her, oh, can you come down? She's like, yeah, what is it? So just come down, very important. So they come down. And then Maria goes and explains to them that, you know, that Tommy left a letter saying he went to Seattle to go find Joel. So we all know that he had to get revenge for him as well. So then Ellie's like, oh, why did he bring me? He should bring me in. And she starts swearing at her. And she's like, oh, you know what? Just, she allowed them both to go together. So Dina and them not want to go get her husband. And she told, just get my dumbass husband. That's what she told her. So then she gets some food, ammo, and stuff like that. And then after that, then we used to see that, of course, Ellie wants revenge on Abby. So, of course, she's going to be there. So they are, after going there, they are escaping for a patrol. I think it's been sorted from a cult as Servadites. So then we see there's a lot of people get captured by Servadites. So in the map, they look for a gasoline because they can't go to the East Wing when they gate until we're looking at stuff. So in the game, you can see that you have to do a lot of challenges. So that's what I did mostly for the game. So in this, we're going to see then that when they're going to the horse, they get shot. And, you know, Ellie gets captured by one of the wolf gang patrol people, wolf patrol. And then they tell them, like, oh, why are you here? Questioning her. And she's like, oh, she was sorry I didn't say that, stuff like that. She was being very funny. And then you can see Dina saving her. Then after that, they go to get rescued. And after that, they go into this place that they have. And there is a scene where Dina gets froze up and over the thing, and she's like, you okay? So yeah, I'm fine. Then we later will know what's happening with her. So in my mind, I think, you know, maybe she's bitten or something happened or, you know. After that, then Dina gets hurt, so they get rushed to the theatre where Ellie confesses to her. So before I just say this, you know, when they were making out the scene, she did mention to her she was immune, but Dina didn't believe her, and she was saying how she was immune and that she don't get affected and stuff like that. And again, she tells her again, and of course Dina believes her, and she's like, because there's a scene where the mask is without the air, and she sees that, oh, don't worry, I'll go inside, and she's like, okay. So in this, Dina confesses she's pregnant. So imagine, guys, you are in Apocalypse and you're pregnant. Oh my lord. So then we find out, oh, that it's not hers, it's from Jesse. And she, don't worry, it's not yours. And she's like, oh my god, like, why didn't you tell me and stuff like that? She's like, she didn't know. And I think she was a weeks off pregnant, I think. After that, then we see a pass from Joe and Ellie. And I'm going to explain about it. This is Ellie's birthday. So it's from 3 years earlier. So this shows about this shows like how Ellie and Joel used to go to his adventure in the zoo. So he goes to he surprised her and she's like, oh my god, thank you for this. Like, oh my god, thank you. So in this, she knows how to swim. So I'm like, thank god they learned how to swim, because in the first one, she couldn't swim, guys. I had to, like, me playing Joel, to push her from the ramp so she can swim. But this one was nice because he learned how to swim. And after that, then the flashback ends because they go to this little museum, and it was very nice. And he also gave her like a little birthday badge or something like that, and it was very nice. And there was one part when he made the close eyes and she was just an astronaut, and then she was doing it. It was so cool. I loved it. After that, the flashback comes back when Dina helping Ellie with her wounds. And then they go find a map to find Nora in a hospital to find information about Abby. So she, in this, I'm going to show you about the past. So in the past, Joe and Ellie talk about the firefighter truth. So in this one, Joe explains to Ellie that he I guess this guy is, you're gonna go back to it. So in this one, he tells her about the firefighter truth and tells her, can you tell me the truth? Because she went all the way there to go see about the hospital, and she did. And she did. When she came back, he told the truth. And then that is why she does not talking to him since. You know the guys, when I told you about how he wanted to do the cover song of The Lost of Me, that's why they didn't talk to each other, because she found out that he lied to her about fireflies in it. After that, Dina being sick, and she goes alone by herself, so she to find about about what's happened with Tommy and stuff like that. So she goes and finds Nora in a hospital. For me, it took me a while because we do encounter with the Servadites. So Servadites, we do encounter with them, and I will say to you guys, to kill the Servadites was so hard because they're really quick, so you need to be really quick. I died around 3-4 times, but then I got to do it. After that, then she goes to the hospital in Solek Hospital, I think. And then she goes there and encounters Nora. Doing this, we find out that Nora is being, annoying. So she was like, oh, tell me the information. She killed her, basically, because she went to her the information. And then we encounter with Jesse in Seattle. So We then find out she's like looking for the Sephardites, and then we see Jesse, and he's like, "Oh, I came to rescue you, so fine." So they go together, and then there's a pass that comes again, and this is one about Tommy helping Ellie to shoot clickers. So in this, we see a sniper, and she just shoots with clickers. Then after that, she takes Joel, and they both go to this little thing, and then they find out about discovering about things. So in this, they were fighting, so they didn't get along with each other. But then and after that, he comes back with Jesse, and then they have that flashback that I told you about. And then they go to aquarium to find Abby and go to Jesse. So he leaves about the boat. So in this, Ellie goes to the aquarium with Jesse, and of course Jesse's like, you know what, I'm gonna go find Tommy, and you can go find Abby if you want to. So she goes to the aquarium, and she finds out about Abby. So it finds out when she went there, she killed Owen and Mel to retrieve information about Abby. And of course, this is like, oh my god, this is like really sad, like, oh my god, what's happening? So in this, we find out that, that she kills Abby. She kills Mel and Owen because she was trying to know about Abby, but didn't tell her. But she didn't know that Mel was pregnant, so she felt really bad, and she's like crying. And then after that, she comes back, and then I think you see Tommy in this, and Tommy comes back telling him that he's like there. And then she tells him that how she killed it. And then after that, we see Abby. Abby comes in. She killed Jesse right in front of us. I'm like, what is going on? And then hurts Tommy. And because she just found out that, she said in the last beginning, oh, you killed one of my people. I'm going to kill one of you people. And she was telling about the cure. And after that, that's when we go to the past. So in this one, we explain about Father and Abby in a zoo. So in this, we know why she killed Joel. So in this, we see Abby with her father, and he's saying how he's like a nurse. So we kind of get an idea why she killed Joel, why she got revenge for him. So in this one, we find out that he is part of the guys. He's the nurse. Do you remember, guys, when he was trying to save Ellie and he killed one of the nurses? He is one of the nurses. And I was like very shocked. I was like, oh, that's why she got revenge for him. But yeah, that's what happened. After that, guys, we then go on with Owen and Abby relationship. So Owen and Abby relationship was kind of an on and off thing because they used to like each other, but then I think she didn't want to go into a relationship because she didn't want to. And there was a part when they were like going through the wheel and they kiss, I think, and he shows her the aquarium. He says, "Oh, I want to live in the." And then after that, I'm going to explain to you about this. There's a sex scene between Owen, I'll explain that in more depth. I'll tell you. So, in this past, Abby then goes to with Mel and Danny. Is it Danny? No, it's Manny. And they go to Isaac because they have to go to Truth Information. So they go there and then she goes to Isaac, tells him, oh, I need to find Owen because he's disappearing for a while now. And he's like, they're not keeping on the mission because we're trying to have a plan. So they were trying to have a plan. And I think they want to have a plan for the other Severites to do something. But we don't know until the end, of course. Then I explained about how he killed Danny and that they have to keep on the mission and stuff like that. Then Manny says, oh, you go after them, so it's fine. So then she goes to the aquarium and finds Owen. In this, we do have the sex scene that I'm going to explain to you. There's a sex scene in this thing, and I was like, I did not expect it. But it was a scene with her and Abby, and they were like, she was trying to say, oh, it was... So basically, what happened was that he killed Danny because he was trying to defend himself. And she's like, oh, you were defending yourself. He's like, I know, but And then she was like, come back. And she's like, I know. He's like, I don't want to come back. I don't want to go. So in this, we find out he wants to go to Santa Barbara to find the fireflies. And he's sober, so they have sex. And that's basically what's going to happen. She also has a nightmare between what happens. So that's why, So then we go to know about, she gets captured by the Severites. These are Scar people. So she goes through a lot to find Owen. Like, I will tell you a lot. So then she's been witnessed by the Wolf Gang, and Yarick gets her hand stopped by one of the Severites because she betrayed them, I think. So then we see Lev trying to kill the other people and survive Abby. So then we just see that, Yara's hurt, and so she's like, oh, let me help you. And then this is Yara knows, and then Lev's like, yeah, we should help her. I said, okay. So they put her in a room, and then he went to find some supplies for her, to help her. And then after that, they find out that we need to go to aquarium to find supplies because your hand is going to swell up. And then we find out that she got a syndrome, but I don't know what the syndrome is called, but she has a syndrome and she needs to find supplies. So she goes back to the aquarium and she finds Lev and Owen. She finds that Owen shows around like the places and say, this is what happened and da-da. And after that, he tells her that we need to find supply, and she told them like where we have to go. And he's like, we go to this hospital. So Lev and Abby go to find the supplies and knocks Lev, and then they go to find supplies. This was a good scene because they showed them like in the bridge and they were like falling down. So cool. After that, she told him to stay because she wanted to look at supplies. So she comes back and then she goes with him, and they go to the aquarium. There's a fight between Owen, Mel, and Abby because I think Mel doesn't want to go with Abby because of what happened. She's like, I don't want to go with you to the Santa Barbara to find fireflies. But of course, they have to go. After that, doing this, there's a fight between Lev and Yara because I think Yara's like, oh, your mom's not going to come, so that's the point. So then he leaves and they go back to the village. And this village it's like all, survive. And they were saying, oh, this is where I go, let's go. So then she discussed how Lev went there to run away. And then we find Lev and he's all hurt. So it's been explained that Lev, mom died. She killed him by accident because I think she was about to like beat him up or something. So it was kind of sad in a way. And then after that, then we see the whole way all burnt. And it's like, what is going on? So Yara gets shot by Isaac and the crew and tells Abby to come back. So then we explain the plan. The plan was to kill them. It was not just to make a bond, it was to kill them. So I was like, why is he so evil? And then she's like, no. And then he kills Yara, basically. Then Yara kills Isaac, and then they go out. And after that, they go and it's all burnt. So they go for the boat, and they go and escape to the aquarium. So when they go back to the aquarium, they find Owen and Mel dead. And of course, Lev is like, oh, here's the map, I'll show you. So then we see the map. Part 4, guys, and then part 5, and then we're done. So then Abby shoots Jussie and overpowers them by killing Tommy and being very angry. So of course she's like frustrated, like, why would you kill my people? I'm going to kill your people now. I'm going to like kill you. So we see Abby, Ellie fight. And I'll explain to you guys, I was playing Abby. I was trying to kill Ellie. I didn't want to play Abby. I want to play Ellie, not Abby. And literally there was a part of me that I didn't want to continue because I don't want Ellie to die. What's the point? This is ruining my game. No. So then we see a fight between each other. Then it becomes that saying that Abby wanted to kill Dina, but Dina was pregnant. So Lev was like, no, just leave. And so she's like, oh, don't come back again. And then she leaves them both like that. And then there's a flashback and it comes with Ellie, Dina, and this baby. So we find out that Dina has the baby with Ellie in his farm and where Jackson is. So, Jackson Town. So then we find out that, they're all in the big farm. And I find that Ellie was very skinny. So in this, it explains that how Ellie has PTSD from Joel. Because there was a part in the scene in the farm when she was with the baby called JJ. So guys, JJ means Joel and Jesse, which is really cute, which I found out just now. So then she finds out that she got PTSD from Joel. So she like basically is traumatized by what happened. So she just like in her head, oh my God, this terrible thing happened. So then Tommy comes over and we find out Tommy's alive. So he just lost one eye. So then he discussed about Abby, how he wants to go find her on the map. He's like, oh, she's in Santa Barbara because, that's what she's always been, she's been in Santa Barbara. And after that, we find out that, and then she refused because she didn't want to do it. And Dean is like, oh, we're not going to do it. He's like, oh, what do you mean? And he was like to Ellie, oh, well, but you said you're going to do it. Why don't you do it? He was arguing at her, but she was like, don't want to do it. Because I think she's traumatized as well. So then we see this Dina saying, oh, why would you do that? Why are you doing that? She's like, oh, but she needs to know. So they argue. And then after that, she was thinking over the map and stuff like that. And she was just like closing doors and guitaring her song. There was a song, guys, that I forgot to tell you. So they did a song cover of Take On Me. It's Take On Me, but it's a slow cover. And I like the song. After that, then we go into Abby and Lev. So we explained that Lev is already have, short hair. She's a girl, because I thought it was a boy, but it's a girl, but she just says for Lev. Her name's Lily, but it's Lev. So then we just see they go to Santa Barbara, go to different houses, and then when they go to a different house, they go to find a radio downstairs, and they say, oh, we contact Fireflies, are you there? And I say, yes. So what Owen said to them was kind of true, because everyone thought it was a rumor, thinking, oh, there's no Fireflies, but there was Fireflies. So then they were like, okay, let's go. So as they were going out the garage, some rattlers attacked Lev and Abby from the floor and beating them up. So I was like, we were like, oh my God, they're not going to go then. They're dead down. So these are new people who I think they come in and they come enslaving. I think they come in to get people and put them in the cell. And well, not what they do. They do a lot of traps though. So A decided to go after Abby, and of course Tina disagreed with her because she's like, oh, why you want to do it? Why don't you just stay and just leave it alone? Like, she's not important. Like, this is important. And she's like, no, I have to go because, you know, she's doing a deal for Tommy. Because Tommy can't go. Sorry to say to you guys, Tommy can't go because he's hurt with his leg and he can't do anything. So she's going to go for the sake of Tommy. So then she decided to go to the boat and find Ellie. To find Abby. So she goes to the thing and she finds a lot of cookers and rampers. So after that, she decided to go find Abby and Dina. She go find injured Abby and Lev. So we see that Abby is kind of... she's skinny. It was like, whoa, where's her biceps? So we're like, what's going on? So we find out, you know, she's... we find out she's hung up from the rope for months. So we see that she's been there for weeks for now. And that's why they're being really weak. So you can see a lot of people. And then she goes and tells her, oh, hi. And it's like, let's go find a boat. So she went to the boat. But then she went to do something for Liv. But she was thinking in her mind about Joel. And how in that mind she wants to kill her. So we got to fight again. So we see the fight. And it was so gruesome. I was like, what's going on? Is Ellie going to die? Is Abby going to die? What's going on? So we then find out that she lets go because of Joel. Because I think she's like, oh, she didn't do it. So she let Abby go, which is like very shocking. I was like, okay. So they want to go to firefights, of course. And after that, then we can move on to Ellie. So she's upset and then she goes back to the farm. Okay, so she goes back to the farm and finds Joel's guitar and plays on it. And then she explores the house. So she finds it's empty. I think, and this is the ending, I think that she went behind... I think people in the comments that review this, I think they said that she went after Dina or she went to do her own life. But I think she went after Dina because I remember Dina, they might have went to Jackson to look at the child. After that, we do see a past with Joel and Ellie. So it is the ending, guys. So in the past, when she was playing the guitar, it showed the ending of how, like, about Dina and how she's a nice person and how he's like, about the truth and about stuff like that and telling her this kind of stuff about the past. And then after that, then we go back in time and then we just see Daddy. And then, guys, that's basically the ending. That's the ending. And I was like, what? No. Has to be cliffhanger. No, ending. Okay, guys. So I've already finished my review. So I'm going to say what my thoughts on the game. I thought the game was good. I thought there was nothing bad about it. I think the only problem was the ending. And I think it could be changed in the order they could have done. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'll say 7 out of 10. And this is to the performances. People might say 10 out of 10. People have different opinions. That's my opinion. I do 7 out of 10 because I feel like the performance was good. But I feel like they could just change something about it in this. But yeah, that's my point of view. My favourite character. So my favourite character is Ellie, Dina, Joel, Lev, and Yara. Why? Because I feel like Ellie was a good character. And, like, even though that she wanted to try to revenge Joel, you know. I like Dina. Dina was kind of like a little interesting character. You know, she's funny. Joel, rest in peace, Joel. I love Joel. Lev and Yara, I do like them proof character because even though they were, like, even from the start, they just helped everyone a lot. And I liked them, so yeah. My favourite villain. Even though Abby is a controversial character and people will say she's like, oh, blah, blah. I like her, but I like her because she's very good at fighting and shooting. And I feel like, you know, she was a different character to see. But of course, I didn't like Abby because she was kind of annoying me. Nora, I didn't like Nora. The people I didn't like, Nora, Isaac, and Abby's dad. I didn't like Nora because she was kind of like, I get that she was there, but she was just being annoying me. I hated Isaac. I literally was like, why would he just... Like, I don't understand. Why didn't you just resolve together in a team? If they didn't get along with each other, they could just resolve it. And they'd be like, you know what, let's resolve it. But no, he basically burned the whole village. What's the point of that? And then you got Abby's dad. Yeah, I know people might say, like, why Abby's dad? I said, I don't like Abby's dad. Because there was a part in the scene where, I forgot to mention to you guys, that when she's going to the hospital, this is the same time that Eddie was going to be, like, getting the cure. He was saying to her, oh, I'm going to put the cure. He was the one who invented it. And Marlene was like, are you sure? He said, yeah. And I was thinking it was Marlene, you know. And it was not Marlene. It was the dad. And I was like, that was so pissed me annoying. What the hell? No. So I was kind of like, why would you want to do that on Ellie though? But it was like not even her choice. Like she had a choice if she wanted to do it. She had no choice. No choice. So of course, like, and then Marlene was like, oh, so this is the first beginning, guys. Like, oh, what would you do if your daughter? He said anything. Of course he would say, oh, you know what? Oh, he didn't say anything. Yeah, because he didn't want to say anything. But yeah, I don't like this character. So part 3, I just said I was going to explain about part 3. So I explained about part 3, about the past and stuff like that. I would have to say, by the ending, my thoughts are, I'll go back to part 3 in the end. My thoughts are that I did like the ending, but I didn't want the ending to be like that. I think they could have had some changes around it. I think maybe they could have done it in a way that would be more example, because people watching this would be confused, because it was like Ellie and then her past, and then you got Abby and then her past, and then you go back to her and you go to past. So it was kind of, if they just sorted out that number a bit, then maybe it'll get better. I think the ending could have been changed. I think that it could have ended with Ellie, Dina and the baby being, you know, having a good life. I think if they end like that, it'd be fine. I think going after Abby, it was a lot though, because I think that she was like, what's the point of her just killing her? Like, there was no point. Like, if she just left her for many months, she would have been dead. But because she chose to kill her, she was like, oh, let me get revenge. If they just left it as like that, it was so much easier, because the ending just got confused. Like, it just showed her putting a guitar there and it ended like that. I'm like, really? But I think throughout the game, it was good performances. I explained the characters. Like, I think they have different personalities and I like them. I didn't mention about Owen and Mel. I did like Owen and Mel. I just feel like Owen was more like trustworthy. He was like more honest about it. Like, even with Mel got killed. Even though she got killed, she was kind of a nice person, but she got dead. And yeah, that's my thought. If they changed it, then it'd be much better. Okay, guys, so I'm looking online and there's this Funko Pop going on, and I was like, okay, what's this? So then I go on and it's about Ellie and Joel. So there's a Funko Pop called Ellie and Joel. I don't know if I will get it, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. Bear 1 minute. I know this is a long video, but just have to see this. I did see this and I was like, oh, I think I want to get it. If the internet doesn't go really... Okay, so this basically is Ellie. So this is one of the Funko Pop they're doing now. So this is her with the knife. Let me see what else I can do. They also have Joel, which they're making. I really want to get Joel and Ellie. So these are the 2 main ones I want to get. These are just the maybe pals. So if I do find them in store online, then I'll get it. If I can't, then I'll just leave my collection as it is. I think they should do the rest of the cast, like Abby, Dina, and them lots, because I think it'll be really cool. But yeah, guys, this is my review. I'm going to stop now because I've been here for 33 minutes. 33 minutes, yeah, and I've been talking for a lot now. So hey guys, so this is my full review. I hope you guys like it. Comment down below what you think about the Last of Us review and what your other opinions about it. And yeah, I would have to say I did not like Abby as a character, because she killed him for no reason. I feel like, yeah, they could have resolved it, like, in one-to-one person. But I get why she got revenge by him, because she killed her own dad. But still, I devised that. Like, girl, even though the fight was just too much. The fight between her and Ellie was just like, oh my god, like, what's going on? And to leave her out, I didn't want her to leave her. I think, like, she just killed her. Like, she just annoyed me. But I do understand why she killed him, because she was revenge with her dad. But I get that. But it didn't mean you have to kill your own, like, you couldn't kill Joel and kill him. Like, I get that. It would be in a different scenario if it was her and him. But, girl, you just took it too far, man. You killed Jesse. Hello? Dina's ex-boyfriend, he was so nice and you killed him. No, I don't like that. See, I like the past. I did like the past from hers, but it was just kind of a bit confusing. But yeah. Hey guys, I'm going to stop now because I've been talking too much. Okay, my comment down below what you think. My Snapchat and Instagram will be down below. And yeah, okay. I will be doing a Funko Pop collection soon, so yeah. Okay, bye guys. Yeah, bye guys.